Well, we've made our way all the way around the Region 11 track, and now we get to start over again as we come down the stretch in the basketball year 22-23. Can you believe it? Yeah, just a few games left, a handful of games. 5, that's a handful, until the playoffs start. And tonight, the second half of the region season starts at Ridgeline, where the Ridgeline Riverhawks are taking on Green Canyon. Green Canyon finishes that first part of region 0-5. They gave some people some scares, but they just could not get over the hump, and that's really kind of been their problem all season long, right? They're close, they're there, but they're still trying to figure it out. Ridgeline, in the meantime, is a pretty complete team, only one loss, and that loss to Skyview. Jagger Frankham in the last game that we saw, 18 points and 6 block shots versus Logan. That big lineup's going to be tough for a small Green Canyon team that's missing their tallest player, Jackson Drysdale, to injury. Stick around, the game of the week is coming up next.
Wendy's is saying thanks for making the Junior Bacon Cheeseburger America's #1 bacon cheeseburger by giving you more of what you love. Introducing Wendy's Giant Junior Bacon Cheeseburger. Double the beef, double the bacon, and now it comes in a giant meal for $5 with nuggets, fries, and a drink. There's absolutely nothing junior about it, except the price. Get Wendy's $5 Giant Junior Bacon Cheeseburger meal before it's gone.
Bring back what you've been missing. Bring back Cache Valley Hearing and Audiology. Bring back what you've been missing. Bring back Cache Valley Hearing and Audiology.
Well, I asked Coach Kyle Dave Ridgeline about the first trip around the region for his team, and he said, each game was unique. Each one was its own different animal. That's kind of what we expected. And I asked him about Green Canyon, and he said, they're right there in most of their games. They can really reach up and bite somebody. He knows that Jackson Drysdale has been out. He said that changes them up. Now, we have to be on our toes for whatever changes that they make. I asked him, do you worry, you're dealing with teenage boys, do you worry that maybe that focus slips a little bit against a team in Green Canyon that's really been struggling and they have one of their better players out? And he said, well, our kids, they have goals. They each have individual goals and we have team goals. And what we do is we focus on those specific goals, and that helps keep the kids looking at the prize, their eye on the prize at the end. We'll see if they keep it focused tonight as they take on Green Canyon.
Say the word base. Say the word mess.
The Game of the Week on the Valley Channel is brought to you by Wendy's of Cache Valley. It's way better than fast food. It's Wendy's. Cache Valley Hearing and Audiology. Bring back what you have been missing. Palmer Home Furnishings. Our low overhead means higher quality at lower prices. Aspen Dental. Get that gorgeous smile you've always wanted. Custom Fence Company. Privacy, security, peace of mind. Rich's Cars and Credit. Good guys you can trust. Anderson Seed and Garden. Growing better gardeners. The Logo Shop. We logo stuff, all kinds of stuff. KSM means music. Music is all we do. Factory Pizzeria, we're open late after the game. And the Valley Channel, Cache Valley's TV station for over 30 years. Welcome to Ridgeline High School in Millville, where tonight the Ridgeline Riverhawks take on the Wolves of Green Canyon. These two teams have met once before this season. Ridgeline coming out on top in a game that we actually had on the Valley Channel, 69-48. Ridgeline pulled away and took care of business in that ball game. Green Canyon 3-13, having a tough season, coming into this one 0-5 in region play and on a 5-game losing streak. Ridgeline, meanwhile, is number 3 in 4A. They're 13-3 and 4-1 in region, averaging 63 points per game and giving up 55, while Green Canyon averages 55 points a game and gives up 63. So kind of a mirror of each other. Ridgeline beat Logan last week 66-57 in overtime. We had that game. Jagger Frankham 6 block shots and 18 points. Carson Cox with 12 points in that one. The last game for Green Canyon, they lost to Bear River 54-41. Jared Anderson had 11. Mitch Larson had 12. We're going to have the national anthem here at Ridgeline High School.
Matters, and we ask for your support in demonstrating.
So we will step aside and get ready for that, and right after that the starting lineups, and we'll see that Green Canyon down one player that's very important to this team, and a guy that they're really going to miss against the big Ridgeline team.
Performed by Michael Duffin, our very own Ridgeline student. Here's Michael.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Nice rendition of the national anthem by a student here. Michael Duffin, I think they said his name was, a student here at Ridgeline High School.
Are registered and certified by the Utah High School Activities Association. We'd like
Well,
to thank
Ridgeline is second in Region 11 at 4-1. Skyview 5-0. Ridgeline 4-1. Logan 3-2. Bear River 2-3. Mountain Crest 1-4. And Green Canyon 0-5 as we wait for the
that number
starting
0,
lineups. First for Green Canyon.
Jared Anderson.
Number 0 for Green Canyon, the 4th leading scorer in 4A is Jared Anderson, averaging just over 18 points a game. Isaac Filamahala gets the start along with him. Dylan Davis, number 4, a 6-foot senior. Mitch Larson, a 6'3" senior. And Owen Odom, a 6'1" sophomore, getting the start for Logan Brown, as they're without Jackson Drysdale, 6'7", long player he's going to be missed. And they turn down the lights for the introductions of the home standing Riverhawks. Number 1 is Grady Workman. He's a 6'2 senior, averages 10 points per ball game. Cam Blotter will run in the back court with him. 5 points, 3 rebounds, 5 assists, 2 steals per game. One of the leaders in assists and steals in 4A. Cam Blotter, it's 5'10 junior. Carson Cox, 6'5 junior, averaging 14 and 6.
34, the big man,
Luke Sorensen, 6'7 senior, 15 points, 6 rebounds per game. And Jagger Frankham, 10 points a game, 5 rebounds, 6'9 junior, Jagger Frankham. And you take a look at some of these players. We talked about Anderson, 4th in scoring. He's number 1 in 3-pointers made in 4A for Green Canyon. Sorensen's 11th in scoring and number 4 in rebounds. Blotter, number 2 in assists, number 5 in steals. Cox, number 6 in steals. And Skinner, who comes off the bench, is number 4 in steals in 4A. Speaking of Carson Cox, he's number 5 in rebounds. Frankham is actually number 9, so 3 players in the top 10 in rebounding for Ridgeline. Frankham, number 2 in block shots in 4A. Just over 1 a game, and we're underway here in Millville. Blotter, jump pass to Cox in the coffin corner, misses the 3. Blotter sneaks in for the board, finds Cox again inside. He lays it up and in. And that's one thing that Green Canyon's going to have to do in this game is they are smaller. They are going to have to out-quick Ridgeline if they can and play good fundamental basketball and not give up extra shots. But look at Workman and the wingspan on him. This is a tall, long team. This Ridgeline team, there's a block. Cox quickly the other way, hands it back to Workman. Workman spins back to the corner, and now they go underneath to Frankham. He has it stripped away and taken away. Anderson brings it across the timeline. Pull-up 3 off the front of the iron, rebounded by Sorensen. He has it poked away, but Frankham's there to pick it up. Sorensen had a little bit of an off game against Logan. Frankham really did the damage from the post in that game as Sorensen got into a little bit of foul trouble. Down low, Larson tries to keep Frankham bodied out of there. The 3 bounces high and then it's rebounded out by Filamahala. Up front, there's Anderson again. Larson hands it off. Going to the rack is Odom. And the coach's son, the college coach's son, puts it up and in. Coach Odom up at Utah State, that's his boy, number 24. Can notice if he's in the crowd tonight. I know they play, I think they play on the road tomorrow night, so he's probably gone. Frankham, low post, runs over Filamahala, no whistle. Finds Workman, who tries to get it to Sorensen. Nice job by Filamahala to shut off the baseline, and Sorensen dribbles it out of bounds. Talking about college ball, Jackson Brenchley is here tonight. He plays at the University of Utah. From Providence, played at Mountain Crest. I think he ended up over here as a senior at Ridgeline. I'm trying to remember my timeline. But his younger brother's on the team, and he's here with his parents tonight. Was talking to Coach Graydon Bookmiller, who was the coach at the time, still here at Ridgeline. Odom puts in 2 more, and it's 4-2 Green Canyon with 5:20 to play in the first period. Cox has the only bucket for Ridgeline, and he misses this one. Sorensen put an elbow in the mouth of Filamahala. Filamahala was trying to push him out of there. He didn't mean to, but Filamahala caught all of it. And he went to the floor and checked his teeth, and Sorensen was shooting, they say. He'll go to the free throw line. Coach Logan Brown wants an explanation how his player lost teeth and their player shooting free throws. I think he actually just wants an explanation of I don't think he really thought it should be a shooting foul. Sorensen misses the first and hits the second. And it's 4-3 Green Canyon. We've played just under 3 minutes here in this first period. Anderson against a press. In the corner looking for Larson, and it's tapped out of bounds. Davis trying to get it around one of those long-arm defenders. Filamahala hands it back to Larson. Larson, in the middle, opens up. He stops and pops from the free throw line, and he puts it in. So Mitch Larson with his first bucket. And Green Canyon doubles up Ridgeline, 6-3, 4:45 to play in the first period. Workman to Cox. Back out to Workman, and now Blotter comes to it. Blotter tries to lob it up, and a foul called first. They're going to call it on Davis. His first, second team foul on Green Canyon. Cox, the three-pointer on the way and good. Big brother Caden was a sniper from out there. Carson's bigger, plays down low, but showing some of his range down there and hitting the first three-pointer of the game for Ridgeline. Tied up at 6. Anderson's pass is tipped out of bounds and stays at this end. 4:19 on the first quarter clock, 21 on the shot clock. Here's Anderson. Again, Anderson averaging 18 points per game, the number 4 scorer in 4A. He's got his work cut out for him tonight against a good defensive Ridgeline team as Sorensen pulls down the missed three-pointer. Midway through this first period, we're tied at 6. Blotter putting on the moves, finds Frankham down low. Frankham has it knocked away and taken away. That's 3 turnovers for Ridgeline in this first half. Ball out of bounds off of Ridgeline. Green Canyon, whenever the ball's going into the post, they're just collapsing, trying to dig it out of there. Frankham's going to come to the sideline. Coach Day chatting with him a little bit. Anderson, 1-foot runner across the lane, puts it in. Creighton Jinks into the ball game for Ridgeline to replace Frankham. Down low they go to Sorensen, and 1 for the big man. And they're going to call it on Larson. His first. Well, Sorensen has 3. He's looking for 1 more to break an 8-8 tie. Kieran Hoffman into the ball game. Number 5 for Green Canyon, and Davis sits down. Free throw won't go for Sorensen, and we stay tied up at 8 with 3:25 to play in this first quarter. Larson, pull up from the elbow left, good. Larson has 4, 10-8 Green Canyon. Workman behind the back, nifty move. Now fires it out front to Jinks. Blotter drives around Larson, put it up from the baseline, miss it, rebound, Filamahala. He'll bring it across the timeline with Sorensen shadowing and give it off to Odom. He hands to Anderson. Looks at the lane, takes it right at Workman and puts it in. Workman, a good defender. But Anderson said, hey, this is scoring. This is what I do. That's going to be an interesting battle tonight. We've seen Workman shut people down, and the officials say that's off of Jinks. And a turnover, the 4th for Ridgeline here in the quarter. 2:40 to play here in this first quarter. 12-8 Green Canyon. Diego Vasquez into the ball game. And Blotter has a seat. Odom started right, goes back left. Filamahala fakes, gets inside. Sorensen stays put. Good defense by Luke Sorensen. And Cox is there to clean up on the board. Workman hands off to Vasquez. Pull-up jumper off the side of the rim. Sorensen's there. He's fouled on the rebound. That's going to be the 4th team foul on Green Canyon with 2:12 to play in the first quarter. That one's going to go against Philamahala, his 2nd.
Jackson Pinniger.
Pinniger will come in for Philamahala. Jackson Pinniger, 6'3" junior.
Sorensen with the layup.
And Luke Sorensen on the inbounds play. Gets the bucket. He's got 5 points, and here's a turnover. Coming the other way. Workman lay it up and in. A collision and no foul either way. Workman ties it up at 12. 1:45 to play in the first period. Down low to Penniger. He kicks it out to Odom. Baseline's not there for Odom. Hoffman back out front to Larson. Odom wants a screen, and now the first foul of the game called on Ridgeline. It's going to go against Workman.
Checking in for Ridgeline.
Davis is going to come back in for Green Canyon, and Larson will sit down. Sorensen takes a seat, and Frankham back in for Ridgeline. Odom had Davis on the first cut through, didn't go to him. Instead, they go outside to Anderson for the 3 that rims out. Ahead is Jinks, lay it up and in, and Ridgeline has the lead. Creighton Jinks with his first bucket off the bench. Anderson behind the back, down the lane, handed off to Pinniger, who lays it in. Back and forth ball game, tied again at 14. 1 minute to play in the first period. Entertaining so far here in Millville at Ridgeline. 25 on the shot clock, 55 on the game clock. Down low to Frankham. Pinniger's got his hands full there. They come to double. Jinks to Cox on the short corner. Cox puts it up over the defender, won't go. Anderson's got the rebound. Ahead to Odom. Odom in hard, put it up, put it in. Workman with the foul.
Odom with the basket. Foul. Go to the free throw line. Shooting 1.
And that's a development because Workman now has 2 fouls. And he's going to be your main defender tonight on Jared Anderson. And if he's in foul trouble, that takes away from what he likes to do. He'll come to the bench, and Blotter will come on for him. Odom, free throw up and good. So Owen Odom, the sophomore, with 7 points in the first quarter, and it's a 3-point Green Canyon lead. Blotter needs to hustle it across the timeline. He does finally get it across. 3 seconds, 2.5 between the shot and game clock. Down low, a foul, charge on Cox. That's the 5th turnover of the quarter as Carson Cox turned, and there was one of the Green Canyon players, and he put him down. Davis will sit, and Anderson will come back on for the final 22.6. Green Canyon with a chance to extend their lead. They lead 17-14 with 18 seconds to play in the first period. Odom with 7 points in his first quarter, holds. Goes to Penniger. Penniger rolls in and lays it in. And at the end of the first quarter, 19-14, Green Canyon with a 5-point lead over Ridgeline. We head to the second. You're watching the Game of the Week on the Valley Channel. Hey, one of our longtime sponsors for the Game of the Week on the Valley Channel is the Logo Shop. We logo stuff, plain and simple. Come to us for all your promotional or personal needs, from t-shirts to pens and anything in between. We do it all at the Logo Shop, a Game of the Week sponsor. Hey, let's talk about Wendy's of Logan. You know them by their square burgers, right? Their square patty burgers always bring the fresh. Their chicken sandwiches change the game. Everybody loves their nuggets. But they also have fresh-made salads, hot crispy fries, even old-school chili, and baked potatoes. You can start your day off right with one of their new breakfast sandwiches. And, you know, if you got a little bit of a sweet tooth, get an old-fashioned classic Frosty or something from their bakery. From kids' meals to meal deals, their menu is stacked with value. Wendy's, a Game of the Week sponsor. So a little bit of a surprise here in the early going at Ridgeline. The lead at the quarter is Green Canyon, playing without Jackson Drysdale. He's got an injury, his thumb, I believe, is what I was told. And so they're a little small, but they lead 19-14 as we head to the second. Larson wide open for three, too hard off the glass, ball free, and Penninger chases it down. Anderson making his move, and the official comes over, and we got a clock problem. I think that ball hit the rim. The shot clock should reset, and it does. It did not reset after it hit the rim. It was down to 18. And they put it at 30. 7:42 to play in the first half as we're just underway here in the quarter. Penninger hands to Hoffman. Corner to Anderson. Quick fire for three. Too hard. Rebound by Sorensen. Blotter ahead to Jinks, who swoops in from the right side, and he's fouled by Penninger. And that was a hard foul. And he kind of took a half a second to take a look at Jinks, too, when he was done. But the officials didn't worry about it, and Jinks will get two free throws. He hits the first. Creighton Jinks off the bench with his first point. Hits them both. He has four. I should say it's his first point of the second quarter. He's got four on the game. And it's a three-point lead for Ridgeline. Larson to Anderson. Anderson with four in that first quarter. Now he's got seven. And he gives Green Canyon a 6-point lead, 22-16. We've played 1 minute of this second period. There's Frankham coming over to knock it away is Larson. I'm trying to figure out the defense that they're playing because it looked like they were pressing up with a man out on Blotter at the point, and then everybody else looked like they were in a zone type of look. Jinks, three, got it. So Creighton Jinks off the bench with 7 points, and it's a 3-point lead for Green Canyon. Hoffman dribbles into a double team, kicks it out. Davis doesn't take the shot, and Hoffman does. Off the front of the iron, bounces high, and Sorensen's there to collect. Ridgeline can tie it or cut it to within one. They cut it to within one as they go down inside to Jagger Frankham. His first bucket of the night. 22-21, long three on the way, and good by Anderson. Anderson comes down, pulls up, and says, here, how about this? Jinks tries to answer. Short. And a rebound foul on Blotters. He pushed Anderson in the back. So Blotter picks up his first. One development late in that first quarter is that Grady Workman for Ridgeline got his second foul. He was the primary defender on Anderson. He's a long-armed, rugged and physical defender. And he's had to go to the bench, and he's been on the bench the whole second period. Cox has picked up the assignment on Anderson. Anderson with a little push won't go. Shot swatted out of there by Sorensen as Penninger tried to finish. They double Anderson out front to Davis. Back to Anderson. Now Jinks will come over. Hand it off to Odom, who had 7 points in that first period. Pull-up jumper from about 16, 17 won't go. Penninger's there to catch the board. Larson for 3, steps into one. Larson with a 3. Timeout on the floor. 28-21. Green Canyon with their largest lead of the game. 5:11 to play in the first half. The threes are falling for Green Canyon. They have 3 3-pointers here in this second period. KSM Music offers a variety of services, including service and repair, band and orchestra rentals, pro audio rentals. And are you wanting to take lessons? Do you want to learn how to play something? You can go to KSM Music. They do lessons for a wide range of instruments, including guitar, piano, drums, bass, ukulele, and more. KSM means music. Custom Fence, another Game of the Week sponsor for over 50 years. Custom Fence has been providing privacy, security, and peace of mind to customers. They have roots right here in Cache Valley, and they've completed thousands of jobs of all sizes, smallest residential to airport and prison security fences all over Utah and 11 other western states. Visit customfence.com to schedule a free consultation today. So Ridgeline Consulting on the sideline during that timeout, trying to figure out how to slow down Green Canyon. Cox spins to his left, puts it up too hard and to the left of the bucket. That's rebounded by Penninger. Green Canyon is dialed in the early going, and Ridgeline trying to pick up their intensity just a little bit. Odom hands it off to Day. Here's Anderson. Down low, Odom working against Blotter. Turns to his left and puts it in. And Odom. Odom with 8. 30-21, Green Canyon. Blotter goes to his left, shut off in the key, so he finds Carson Cox down low to Frankham. Mouse in the house. As Big T Bailey likes to say, Larson. Squeak, squeakity squeak. Working against Frankham and just had to foul him, and that's Larson's second foul, and Frankham with 2 free throws. Frankham hits the first. This will be the 7th free throw of the half for Ridgeline. 1 for Green Canyon. Most of the Green Canyon shots have been jump shots, and you don't get fouled on those very often. Frankham hits them both. So Frankham with 4 points all here in this second period, and we're midway through the second period. It's a 7-point ball game. Green Canyon with the lead. Anderson has it stripped away by Blotter. High-level thievery by numero dos. And then a foul on top of it, and 1 and 1. That's on Anderson. So free throws the rest of the half for Ridgeline, because that's the 7th team foul on Green Canyon. Ridgeline with 4 team fouls of their own. Blotter's first is good. So 6 points from the free throw line for Green Canyon, or excuse me, for Ridgeline. Looking for their 7th in this second quarter. They have 6 from the free throw line and 5 from the field in this second quarter, and they've climbed back to within 6. 30-24, Green Canyon. 3:45 to play in the half. Anderson, Workman back in there. Anderson takes it right to him. Gives it to Odom, turns, put it up short. Frankham was right in his grill. He just tried to hook it over him. Here's Workman. Lets one go by. No, he traveled. 6 turnovers for Ridgeline in this first half. Only 2 for Green Canyon. 3.5 to play in the first half. 30-24, Green Canyon. And they have a chance to extend that lead. Workman using those long arms. Take it away, lay it up and in. Third turnover for Green Canyon. Hoffman only listed at 5'8", Workman 6'2", and like we said, he's got the wingspan of a condor. Here's Odom working against Frankham. Davis, fade away, won't go. Good defense by Ridgeline. They have a chance to cut it to 2 or even 1. 2.5 to play as Cox spins in. A lot of contact, no foul, and they say it's out of bounds off of Green Canyon.
Checking in, Boston Horman for the Wolfpack.
Cox looking at a 3. Too hard, rebounded by Odom. Odom quickly to Anderson. Anderson across the timeline. Workman picks him up. Anderson attacks Frankham. Henniger picks up the loose ball, gets his own rebound after Frankham knocks it away. And now Green Canyon with a new possession. Anderson has it knocked away twice. Here's Workman with another steal. Workman all the way in, laid up too hard. Down goes Sorensen. He's okay as he gets back up in a hurry. His feet got too far under him. 3 on the way, too hard. Henniger can't come down with a rebound. Boston Horman, number 21 in the ball game for Green Canyon now. .140 to play in the half, a 4-point ball game. 30-26. Blotter from Cox. It's usually the opposite, and the crowd here wants a foul. So did Blotter. He turned around and asked for one. Didn't get what he asked for. 3 from the corner. Good by Horman off the bench. 33-26 and our first bucket in a while for Green Canyon. Blotter, skip pass too high for Workman and goes out of bounds. Turnover number 7 for Ridgeline. Only their second of this second quarter. They had 5 in the first. 7-point ball game with 1 minute to play in the first half. Green Canyon with the lead. Odom kicks it back to Henniger. Henniger puts it up and in. Henniger with good minutes off the bench tonight for Coach Brown. That's 6 points. He averages 3. 40 seconds to play in the half. Cox just inside the free throw line. Misses. Rebound Sorensen and a foul. Yeah, he looked like he got his arm hit. Odom says, no. It was all ball. And they're going to call it on Henniger. Henniger with his second. And they can ill afford to lose him. He's the only beef they've got down under there. That's 6-3. Sorensen hits the free throw. Sorensen's first point of this second period. He's got 6 for the game. 1 more coming, and the free throw line has been kind to Ridgeline. Again, they've tried to work it inside, and they've benefited because they are much bigger than Green Canyon. Green Canyon's fouled a few times. Horman gives it back to Hoffman. About 1 second difference between the game clock and the shot clock, so the shot clock's still on. 16 on the game clock. 10 on the shot clock, 9 on the game clock. Yeah, what do we got, a 3 second or a, oh no. That is Henniger's third foul. And he gets an offensive foul. That's a turnover of the 5th of the quarter, and Henniger has to sit with 3 fouls now. And he gets it on the offensive end. 5.1, plenty of time for Ridgeline to dribble up, try to take a shot. Sorensen fires away. They call a foul, it's good. Did they call a foul? The official whistled. The shot's good, and I think they may have called a foul. Let's see, they're talking about this. And Green Canyon said he was over and back. That was a back court. Well, we'll step aside. We'll figure it all out, and we'll let you know as we start the second half. For now, it's 35-31. Green Canyon as we head to the half.
Because they have beautiful selections of fresh flowers. They're family owned and been in business for a long time, and they make you feel like part of the family.
Cache Valley Hearing and Audiology.
At Cache Valley Hearing and Audiology, we believe in a very thorough hearing test. Do you hear ringing noises? Does any member of your family have hearing loss? Do you have frequent or severe headaches? Any numbness in your face or fingertips? Do loud sounds hurt your ears? Were you in the military? Have you ever had your hearing tested before?
No, I have not.
Say the word mousetrap. Say the word baseball. Say the word airplane. Say the word cowboy. It also told us if you had a help, I was able to make the words and you were still able to.
What are all the rest of the...
Okay.
Bring back what you've been missing. Bring back Cache Valley Hearing and Audiology.
Your password is password, and everything you own is gray, Mike.
I thought you liked Basic, Mike.
That was before I had Wendy's Made to Crave chicken sandwiches. Now I know I can do better than Basic.
Upgrade from Basic with 3 new sandwiches on Wendy's Made to Crave menu. The barbecue chicken sandwich, avocado BLT chicken sandwich, and the sauce and bacon chicken sandwich. At Wendy's, we got you.
You need to take a long drive at exactly the speed limit.
The whole game, I don't hear anybody in the crowd. It's just me and the pitcher out there. Sometimes I'll hear a coach off to the side give a clap. Then I know that runner is going to steal. So then I give the pitcher the sign. Baseball has just been my one constant through my life. It's harder to be a catcher than any other position. We have to be a lot more vocal, leaders of the team, and there's so much more time spent in the bullpen catching pitchers. It's always my fault if something happens. I feel 100% responsible.
I always hear him say he wants to play competitive baseball as long as possible.
Yeah.
But ultimately, you go into the medical profession.
I teach myself organic chemistry for fun just because I think it's fascinating. I do a lot of backyard experiments.
He teaches me chemistry. He's like, so my head is the nucleus, and these are the electrons, and they're moving around.
ZoomTech is the LLC that I created for biotech devices. I want to help prevent or test breast cancer in the future.
Both of my sisters had breast cancer, and so when Karsten was a toddler, I decided to have preventative double mastectomies, and he was always by my side.
It's just always made me want to raise awareness of breast cancer and help other women fight through it. Definitely something that I think about because I know that I'm a carrier for the gene and it could go through my family or to my sister.
I don't like to admit it, but I brag about him a lot. Oh, there's my brother.
He's bright, he's inventive, compassionate. I'm very sentimental.
Naturally, I think, want to be successful and just pursue things that I think are interesting and take it to the maximum level. Especially with like breast cancer, I want to help as many people as I can. And I'm not going to let failures deter me.
The Game of the Week on the Valley Channel is brought to you by Wendy's of Cache Valley. It's way better than fast food. It's Wendy's. Cache Valley Hearing and Audiology. Bring back what you have been missing. Palmer Home Furnishings. Our low overhead means higher quality at lower prices. Aspen Dental. Get that gorgeous smile you've always wanted. Custom Fence Company, privacy, security, peace of mind. Rich's Cars and Credit, good guys you can trust. Anderson Seed and Garden, growing better gardeners. The Logo Shop, we logo stuff, all kinds of stuff. KSM means music, music is all we do. Factory Pizzeria, we're open late after the game. And the Valley Channel, Cache Valley's TV station for over 30 years. Welcome back to Ridgeline High School. Eric Olson along with you on the Game of the Week on the Valley Channel. First game of February, last month of the year for basketball. Can you believe it? We start this thing in August with football, and we roll through November into November for football, then we jump right into basketball season. Here we are in February, and just a few weeks left in the basketball season. Pretty good first half here tonight as Green Canyon leads Ridgeline 35-31 at the half. Sorensen's three-pointer just before the buzzer counts. And if we take a look at Green Canyon, they were led by Jared Anderson with 10 points. 8 points for Owen Odom, the sophomore. Mitch Larson with 7, 6 for Jackson Penninger. Boston Horman off the bench with 3. Horman and Odom playing a lot of minutes tonight, both sophomores. And a big development on the foul front. Jackson Penninger picked up his third with just a few seconds left in that first half. And they're really going to need what he brings to the table. He came off the bench, played some good minutes. Now, Phil Mahala had to go to the bench early with 2 fouls, and he brings similar size and frame. And so maybe they thought, well, we're just going to run with Penninger here, and he picks up the fouls. Then that just keeps Phil Mahala from getting them, and so Phil Mahala will start that second half. Hoffman, Davis, and Phil Mahala all played and did not score for Green Canyon in that first half. For Ridgeline, they were paced by Luke Sorensen. He had 9 points, including that buzzer beater 3 from just inside the three-point line. That was not without controversy. The Green Canyon bench thought maybe he had come across the midcourt and went back again. I didn't see that, but I was looking at the basketball. So 7 points for Creighton Jinks off the bench. He gave him a nice boost. 5 points for Carson Cox. 4 points apiece for Jagger Frankham and Grady Workman. And Cam Blotter with 1 free throw in that first half. Diego Vasquez played, did not score. Workman getting into foul trouble, had to sit quite a bit in that second quarter, and Anderson went to work because Workman has been the primary defender on Anderson, and he's done a pretty good job on him. 40-27, Skyview leads Bear River at the half. They're playing without Hayden Howell. Howell out of this ball game with an illness. The other ball game going on tonight is Mountain Crest at Logan. I have not received a score up to that, a score out of that one. So Frankham, Cox, Sorensen, Blotter, and Workman start the second half for Ridgeline. Davis, Larson, Odom, Philamahala, and Anderson for Green Canyon. Green Canyon with 4 3-pointers in that second period. They were outscored 17-16. They're all collapsing on Sorensen, and they're just trying to dig it out and dig it away, and they do. He turns, and there's a defender coming from the blind side, and he turned the ball right into Larson's chest. It's going to be rough sledding down in the paint for those bigs tonight. Philamahala, baseline jumper won't go. Larson comes in to try to dig it away from Cox. And a little bit too aggressive. And Larson just picked up his third, so Hoffman will have to come in for him. You want to be aggressive, but you got to be a little careful. And these officials they're letting them play tonight. They're letting both teams, play a little physically. I think they're striking a pretty good balance. Cox looking at a 3, likes what he sees. Carson Cox with 8 points, and it's a 1-point ball game. Ridgeline has climbed back to within one, 35-34. Anderson going to work, never put his offhand on the ball. Laid it up there and it comes off the rim. Ridgeline with a chance to take the lead for the first time in a long time. Workman inside, duck up and under and score it. 36-35 Ridgeline. Filamahala backs in, gives it out to Davis. Davis gets around Frankham and lays it in. Davis slippery as he gets down inside there. 37-36. Green Canyon seesaws back into the lead. Blotter down the lane. And one, no, it won't fall. But a foul called on Green Canyon. And are they going to call it a shooting foul? It's going to be, yeah, they're going to call it a shooting foul on Green Canyon's bench. Can't believe it. They call it on Hoffman, his first. The three-point line's been kind to Green Canyon. The free throw line has been kind to Ridgeline.
Cam at the first, you'll have another.
This is the 13th free throw of the night for Ridgeline. He misses. Tied at 37. Handed off to Odom. Odom with Cox checking him. Anderson, Workman, screened by Filamahala. Anderson has it stripped away, then taken away. Green Canyon with their 6th turnover. Down low to Sorensen, great position, put it up and in. 39-32. Timeout, Green Canyon. And Coach Brown comes out, kind of shrugs his shoulders, his guys, and then puts his palms downward as if to say, hey, settle down, we're doing all right. Old Grist Mill makes bread the way it was meant to be made with select high-protein wheat milled daily in their bakery. Man, they use only the freshest, finest quality ingredients. Drop in there, you can get a free slice of hot bread. You can see what everybody's talking about when you visit Old Grist Mill. Anderson Seed and Garden, one of our sponsors. You anxious to, get out in that garden? It's a little early with all that snow out there, right? Yeah, it is. This is the 3rd of February. But you can start indoors. You can go into Anderson Seed and Garden, get your indoor seed starter kit. They got a heating pad, a greenhouse dome, and their different seed collections, and a lot of good advice on how to get started inside, and then when it's time, how to transplant it right outside. So don't wait. Get started with your garden today at Anderson Seed and Garden. So Ridgeline's back out in front. Green Canyon takes a timeout to try to settle it down a little bit and see if they can tie it up here. Filamahala with Frankham on his hip. Turns in, tries to put a body into Filamahala, loses it. A jump ball, and the arrow favors Green Canyon.
Ridgeline basketball.
No, they're saying Ridgeline? No, yeah. Ridgeline was starting to inbound it. They got it right. The arrow was pointing to Green Canyon. Better hurry. Odom lobs into Filamahala. Back out to Odom. 3 blocked by Cox. Frankham loses control. Now another jump ball. And this one's going to go to Ridgeline. Odom shakes his head as he fired that up there, and Cox climbed the ladder and got a piece of it. Penninger will come in. Hoffman will sit down. Penninger with 3 fouls. We're trying to get a little bit bigger, though. 39-37 Ridgeline. 5 minutes to play in the 3rd. Down to Frankham. Underneath, Sorensen. Slam it home. Luke Sorensen says, dig this one out, as he puts it down. 41-37 Ridgeline as they extend their lead. Their largest lead of the game. 4.5 to play in the 3rd. Green Canyon Now playing against a rejuvenated Ridgeline defense. In a man look, Anderson kicks it out to Odom. Left-hander fires for three, won't go. Rebounded by Davis. Davis double clutches and he travels. 7 turnovers now for Green Canyon. Ridgeline has 8. And Ridgeline looking to extend that 4-point lead. Down low to Cox. Cox leans in. 4 fouls now on Pinniger and 1 for Carson Cox. You know, so often these guys get down there and they're standing there with their hands up, straight up, and they just can't help themselves. They reach for the ball, and that's what Pinniger did. He kind of brought his hands down, reaching at the ball, and he ends up picking up his 4th foul. Hey, the Factory Pizzeria has been serving up pizza, the best pizza sandwiches and nachos and wings in Logan for over 30 years. This coming Wednesday, all right, Wednesday, it's the 5-5-5 deal. $5 nachos, $5 wings, and $5 mitchers. What's a mitcher? It's a mini pitcher. Yeah, what do you want to drink? You get a mini pitcher for $5. Again, the 5-5-5 deal this Wednesday at the Factory Pizzeria. $5 nachos, wings, and mitchers. The Factory, a long-time Game of the Week sponsor. And Rich's Cars and Credit, another sponsor, their local dealership, and they keep a great stock of used cars, trucks, and SUVs in inventory. They've got competitive prices on every pre-owned model for sale on their lot. You won't find any reason to visit any other dealership in North Logan. Make it one-stop shopping for your next car at Rich's Cars and Credit. So Cox with a chance for the and 1. He's got 10 points, looking for 11. And he finds it. 14th free throw of the night for Ridgeline. And a steal, and another and 1. Workman. And this one quickly getting out of hand. I didn't see who that foul was on, but Workman with a steal and the lay-in. And here's free throw number 15 of the night for Ridgeline. And Workman has 9. 1 free throw tonight for Green Canyon. Again, that's not a huge surprise. Green Canyon's shooting jump shots while Ridgeline's pounding the ball inside. And here's a foul on Cam Blotter, his 2nd. Ten-point lead. It was a 4-point lead at the half for Green Canyon. Now they trail by 10. Down low to Philamahala. Turn, shoot, fouled by Frankham. They've been outscored 16-2. And there's 3:40 to play in this 3rd quarter. Ridgeline outscoring Green Canyon 16-2. Philamahala, the first free throw of this 2nd half and the first of the game for him. And a sorely needed point for Green Canyon, a chance another. Philamahala calmly puts both of them in. His first points of the game. And it's an 8-point Ridgeline lead. As Ridgeline comes out of the locker room, just blitzes Green Canyon. Green Canyon played a near-perfect first half. But this 3rd quarter has been all Ridgeline, and there's a turnover. I thought that was going to be a foul, and Workman turns it over. 9th turnover of the night for Ridgeline. Anderson still sitting on 10 points. Workman's really just put himself in his pocket. Anderson, long 3, got it. Speak of the devil, you'll see his horns. Jared Anderson cuts it to a 5-point game. Blotter with the kick to the corner. Cox, 3, rims out. Rebound fought for. Sorensen's got it and a foul called. And that's going to be the 5th foul of this second half, and it's going to go on Anderson. Green Canyon, 2 more fouls, and it's free throws the rest of the game for Ridgeline. Ridgeline with 2 fouls called kind of back-to-back on the last possession. Under 3 minutes to play in this third period. Workman thought about a 3 for a minute. Now he backs it out. Frankham underneath to Blotter. Oh, that was, you could see it from here as Blotter put his hand out to do the little hook. And Odom stuck his hand out there and swatted his arm. Blotter at the free throw line for 2 more. He's 2 for 4 from the free throw line. He misses that one. He's not a big scorer, Blotter, 5 points per game as Jinx checks in and Carson Cox will take a seat. But Blotter, 5 points a game, 3 rebounds, 5 assists, 2 steals. He's a big-time thief, but he shares with people, so all in all, that means he's not so bad. 48-42, 6-point lead for Ridgeline. As Larson back into the ball game. 2.5 to play in the third. Davis with a good move, gets inside. Blotter lays it up too hard. He'd love to have that one back. Blotter looks to Frankham, instead goes to Workman. Workman back to Blotter. Step back, fire a 3, hit. 6 for Blotter. Back up to a 9-point lead for Ridgeline. Odom finds Anderson. Anderson turns the corner and Blotter turns an ankle. Let's see. He's holding his calf more than his ankle, but now he's walking it off. Blotter just picked up his 3rd. Boy, he's got a hitch in his giddy-up as he heads to the bench. He was reaching down and he's kind of holding the top of his calf, so I don't know if it's a knee or an ankle or the calf itself. Anderson misses and then compounds the miss with a foul. As he reaches in, he picks up his 3rd. And it's free throws the rest of the game for Ridgeline. (17-3) advantage from the free throw line for Ridgeline. And he misses. Larson comes in and grabs the rebound. Nine-point advantage for Ridgeline, 51-42. Odom turns in, misses it, short, tapped up by Filamahala, and it misses. That would have been a great bucket. Jinx gets the rebound and clears it to Vasquez. Here's a steal by Larson, who times it just right. 10th turnover for Ridgeline. Hand off to Odom. Odom hasn't been very aggressive offensively here in this third, not like he was in that first half. He tried a three-pointer, he had blocked by Carson Cox. 1 minute. They go down to Odom. Odom, double team comes, turns, leaves it short. Jinx clears it to Workman, then gets it back, then gives it back. Look at into Sorensen, he's not there. Now we're on the other side and Jinx has it. Workman tripped up. Oh no, that's going to be 4th on Anderson, and he just stepped on Anderson's foot. He like tripped over his foot. And that's Anderson's 4th. And I say, oh no, because that's the big gun for Green Canyon. And he's got to come sit down for the rest of this quarter for sure. We'll see how long they keep him on the bench in the 4th. It's a 9-point lead for Ridgeline as they've really flexed their muscles here in this third. 20 points for Ridgeline in the third quarter. And they miss another free throw. Foreman into the ball game along with Hoffman. 2 seconds difference between the game clock and the shot clock. 17 on the game clock. 12 on the shot clock. Now the shot clock under 10, and there's 11 on the game clock. Filamahala, baseline out to Hoffman. Hoffman's three, up high off the rim, won't go. Sorensen rebounds it and throws it off of Filamahala's leg. 0.8 on the clock. And Coach Brown says, everybody get back. That's time to catch and turn and heave. Catch, heave. 51-42. Ridgeline outscoring Green Canyon 20-7 in the third quarter. You're watching the Game of the Week on the Valley Channel. And Palmer Home Furnishings, they've always got something going on down there, right? I don't know why you'd go anywhere else for furniture because, well, love is in the air, right? It's February. It's the month of love. Love seats are on sale. Come take a look down at Palmer Home Furnishings. They've got all these love seats, right? People come and buy sofas, but the company has to buy them in sets, and if they only want a sofa, then they got all these leftover love seats. Well, come on down. Look for those red tags, right? Well, the tags are written in red. They're the deepest discount items. Don't wait. They're not going to last long. Love in the air down at Palmer Home Furnishings. And don't forget about Cache Valley Hearing and Audiology. Dr. Danes has more degrees than a protractor, right? It's really impressive how many degrees he has. He's a doctor of audiology, speech language pathology, and he has an audiology certification, a fellow of the American Academy of Audiology, board certified. That's what's important. And why does it matter? He's not just some kid in the grocery store or the mall trying to sell you an amplifier. He's giving you what you need to help you hear everything going on around you better. Cache Valley Hearing and Audiology, a Game of the Week sponsor. We start the fourth, Ridgeline with a 9-point lead. Green Canyon in lots of foul trouble. Ridgeline's an inside-out team. They've been pounding it inside. Green Canyon's tried real hard, but they've had to foul a lot. Well, they have fouled a lot, whether they've had to or not. And they've got some guys on the bench in foul trouble. One of them, 4A's fourth leading scorer, in Jared Anderson. Here's the miss, and Workman runs the other way with it and puts it up and in. If you're just joining us, it was a 4-point lead at the half for Green Canyon. They played a near-perfect first half. They led by as many as 9 in that first half. And in the second half, Ridgeline came out gangbusters, winning that third quarter 20-7, and to take the lead into this fourth quarter. They lead by 11. There's 7 minutes to play in the ball game, and a timeout called by Green Canyon as Filamahala was in trouble. Aspen Dental is one of our Game of the Week sponsors at Aspen Dental. Their doctors and staff are here to provide you and your family with exceptional dental care that you deserve. Their doctors, their staff, they're all trained in the latest techniques and materials. They want to give you comfortable, convenient, and quality care. Nobody likes to go to the dentist, right? But at Aspen Dental, their goal is to make your visit as comfortable and enjoyable as possible. They offer nitrous oxide, that's laughing gas to you and me, right? Oral sedation and IV sedation for those patients who might have, different levels of anxiety about visiting the dentist. Go try them out today. Contact them for an appointment. Aspen Dental, a Game of the Week sponsor. Well, as we come out of this timeout, it's a 53-42 ball game. Green Canyon trails Ridgeline. Ridgeline, we talked about how many free throws they've shot, but in that third quarter they made 4, but they missed 3. They made a couple of three-pointers, and they've hit 5 three-pointers tonight. They're not really known as a great three-point shooting team, unlike they have been in the past. Larson's in trouble. He finds Odom. Double clutch, take it up. Shot blocked, Filamahala on the rebound, and he's fouled. And that foul is going to go on Cox, his second. Nobody in trouble, foul trouble for Ridgeline. Carson Cox has 3. Did I say Carson Cox? I meant Cam Blotter has 3. Phil Mahala stays perfect at the free throw line. He's 3 for 3 with 1 more. Can cut the lead to single digits with 6:47 to play in the ball game, and he does. Full court pressure applied. Ridgeline breaks it easily. Odom and Horman both out there, both 2 sophomores on the floor. For Ridgeline, they're a young team. Cox shooting over the defender. He's got 12, 13. Back to an 11-point lead for Ridgeline. Hoffman stumbles on the move, stepped out of bounds. 9th turnover for Green Canyon. They've protected the ball pretty well as Green Canyon. With only 9 turnovers, that's their 9th turnover. It comes with 6:12 to play in the ball game. Ridgeline threw it around a little bit in that first half, and they've got 10 on the game. 6 minutes to play as Blotter, hesitation step, gets inside and hands it off to Cox, and a foul. Ridgeline in the second half finally realized, gosh, we're a lot bigger than these guys. And they just started taking it to the rack. And Green Canyon can't do much about it. And Green Canyon's fouling as well as giving up the bucket. Luckily for them, Ridgeline's had some trouble with free throws. There have been quite a few and 1 opportunities for Ridgeline. 13-point lead now for the Riverhawks. Phil Mahala works on Frankham. Goes up and under and puts it in. Went right under the arm of the 6'9 Frankham. Frankham's had a quiet game, 4 points. Blotter, nice move out front, gets to the rim, put it up and in. 8 for Blotter. Back to a 13-point lead. Anderson's back in the ball game. Blotter takes it away. Vasquez, Cox, turn in, travel. No, they call a foul. He looked like he took 1 extra step. Then they call a foul on Green Canyon. Are they going to count the bucket? They're going to count the bucket.
Carson at the free throw line.
They called that foul, I believe, on Phil Mahala. Let's see. What they do here. Yeah, they counted the bucket. So Cox with the and 1. Horman with the 3. Got it. Boston Horman with 6 off the bench. Jinks lays it over the lip. Creighton Jinks with 9 off the bench. His first bucket of this second half. 15-point lead for Ridgeline. Vasquez, hand off to Blotter. Blotter nearly throws it away, but Jinks digs it out. Vasquez, 3 from the corner. Won't go, rebounded by Odom. Odom ahead to Larson. Larson lay it up and in. Larson with 9, and we got another foul. Oh, that's it for Anderson. And Coach Logan Brown threw his hands up in the air. I don't know if he was upset with the call or upset with his player because I didn't see the foul. But I know the 4th foul by Anderson just wasn't needed. He's being really aggressive for a ball, but he's behind the big man. He reaches around him and knocks it out. He ends up the night with 13 points. And he fouls out with 4:33 to go. In a 13-point ball game. Blotter misses the first. Waters got 8. Stays at 8 as he misses them both. Odom in a little bit of trouble. Davis misses it at first, then goes back and gets it. Has it knocked away, and then the whistle on Cox. Carson Cox picks up his 3rd. That's the 8th foul of the ball game for Ridgeline. $19 fouls for Green Canyon. Filamahala from the elbow, puts it up and in. He's had a pretty good second half. All of his points have come in the second half. 58-34, Skyview leads Bear River in the 4th quarter. He just got that score. Filamahala with 8 points. Right on his season average. Down low they go to Sorensen. Sorensen back to Workman. Workman bumps Horman away, then looks down to Sorensen. He has it swatted out of his hands, and the reach foul called. They call it on Filamahala.
Number 34, Luke Sorensen.
If that's on Filamahala, that's his 5th. I thought they said it was on 2, but Sorensen misses. Green Canyon having serious issues at the free throw line, but luckily everything else is working for him. Yeah, maybe they called that on Davis because it looked like Davis was the one that reached in there for the foul. Sorensen has 13. He averages 15 and 6. He hits the second one. 14 for the big guy. .12 lead. Here's a steal and a throwdown by Cox. He's got 7 points in this 4th quarter. 3 minutes to play in the ball game. It's a 14-point lead for Ridgeline. They've really turned up the defense here in the second half. Larson hits a 3. Larson with 12. Cox with that dunk a minute ago, he's got 18 points. 9-point ball game, 67-56. 2:40 to play in the ball game, and Ridgeline working some clock. Cox has to flag this one down, and he does. Sorensen, 3-ball, short. Rebound, Frankham tips it away, but then Larson's able to tip it over to Hoffman. Odom can't find Filamahala down low, so he gives it back to Horman. Larson poked away by Blotter. Dunk attempt by Workman. Rims out. Blotter comes to steal another one. Now he's called for the foul. It'll be his 4th. Is it on Workman or Blotter? That's a 16 foul. It was on Workman. Workman picked up 2 fouls in the 1st quarter and then was able to stay out of foul trouble the rest of the game. That was his 3rd. And it comes with 1:50 to play in the ball game. And Anderson's already fouled out. Larson over the top of Sorensen. Sling it up and in. Mitch Larson with 14 on the night, 7 in the quarter. Frankham, Sorensen, up and under, fouled by Filamahala, and that will be all she wrote for Filamahala. Davis will have to come back in for him. 3rd player to foul out for Green Canyon. 3 players have fouled out for Green Canyon. Penninger, Anderson, and Filamahala. No, Penninger's got 4, they say. Okay, so Penninger's going to come back in. Mahala, he battled under there, but Ridgeline just too big. Again, Jackson Drysdale out of the game tonight with an injury for Green Canyon. They could have used him at 6'7". Got a lot of length, and he plays 6'7". Sorensen's free throw, good. 15 for Sorensen, right on his average. And a timeout called with 1:33 to play in this ball game. Hoo-Haw is a game sponsor. How do you hoo-haw? There's so many different ways, right? That's what's so great about going to, you know who loves hoo-haw? Kids love hoo-haw because kids love all the choices. They can go in there, they pick their protein, they pick their veggies, then they pick their sauce. You can mix and match. You want something sweet, you want something sour, you want something sweet and sour, you like it spicy and hot. Do you like it maybe that more gingery taste? I don't know. You decide. That's the beauty of hoo-haw. You decide how to hoo-haw. Hoo-Haw, a Game of the Week sponsor. Well, for Green Canyon, it's been Groundhog Day for them. It was Groundhog Day yesterday. They've played hard all season long. They've played and hung in there with teams. They had the lead at halftime here. They kept it, in single digits after Ridgeline just blew up on them. They're within 10 now with 1:33 to play, but they just don't quite have the firepower to get over the top. Next week we see Ridgeline again for the last time this year as they're at Skyview. That one should be a good one. Then we close out the regular season with Skyview at Mountain Crest. Then the state quarterfinals. We'll decide which game we're going to do, and we'll let you know which game we will do at that time, or when it gets closer, as Sorensen misses the second. Rebound by Green Canyon. Larson, 3-ball. Up and over the top and out of bounds. When you look at the RPI for playoff time, Skyview's number 1 in the RPI, Dixie's 2, Ridgeline 3, Crimson Cliffs is 4, Snow Canyon is 5, Bear River 6th, Layton Christian Academy 7th, Desert Hills 8th, Logan High is 9th. Then it goes Cedar, Mountain Crest, Green Canyon, Pineview, and Hurricane. And that RPI determines your playoff seeding. 11th turnover of the game for Ridgeline as they give it away. 1:10 to play in the ball game. Green Canyon breathing maybe out of one nostril, and that one miss right there might have plugged the other one. 1 minute to play, and it's going the other way in a 10-point ball game. Green Canyon's going to pressure. They were able to force the turnover last time, but couldn't come up with a bucket. 4A's fourth leading scorer, Jared Anderson, on the bench. He fouled out of this game. Lob, throw down, Luke Sorensen. 17 for Sorensen, out of bounds, off of the foot of Odom. Their 11th turnover, 43 seconds left. And they're still applying pressure. Now it's time to learn, right? Uh-oh, we're going to get another throw. Nope, Lauder takes it to the rim, and then he hits the wall hard. Bucket goes, and he'll get a free throw. Who's the foul on? Hoffman's going to come back in. It's on Penninger, who just fouled out. So the third player to foul out for Green Canyon. As they've tried to deal with Ridgeline's size, here comes the whole bench for Ridgeline. Blotter with one free throw coming after he made the bucket.
Tyler Jackman, Harrison Putnam, and Dawson Lowe.
11 for Blotter. 10 of those here in the second half. 15-point lead for Ridgeline. 38 seconds on the clock, 35 on the shot clock. Both teams going to their bench. Orman looking at a three. Won't go. Rebounded out of there by Putnam. Harrison Putnam in the ball game for Ridgeline. Preston Brenchley, number 0. Yeah, another one of those Brenchley boys. Tyler Jackman, number 24. Putnam's double deuce. Dawson Lowe with the ball now. Now he hands it off to Brenchley. Brenchley's going to hold. And that's going to be the ball game. 73-58. Ridgeline beats Green Canyon. They had to work to do it. But Ridgeline comes up with a 15-point win, and now they move on next week. Big week for Ridgeline as they take on Bear River and then travel to Skyview. We'll have that Skyview game for you here. We hope you enjoyed the game of the week on the Valley Channel. You have a great weekend, and we'll see you next time on the Valley Channel. The game of the week on the Valley Channel is brought to you by Wendy's of Cache Valley. It's way better than fast food. It's Wendy's. Cache Valley Hearing and Audiology. Bring back what you have been missing. Palmer Home Furnishings. Our low overhead means higher quality at lower prices. Aspen Dental. Get that gorgeous smile you've always wanted. Custom Fence Company. Privacy, security, peace of mind. Rich's Cars and Credit. Good guys you can trust. Anderson Seed and Garden. Growing better gardeners. The Logo Shop. We logo stuff. All kinds of stuff. KSM means music. Music is all we do. Factory Pizzeria. We're open late after the game. And the Valley Channel, Cache Valley's TV station for over 30 years.